This is Andrew Rochford, host of the Rochford Files on YouTube and also additional live streams on Twitch. And for today's video, I know that I haven't done as well with these as I would like, but I'm starting to make progress again. I need to start to put out clips more regularly. And and this is going to be locally related for me being in Colorado. This is on the me being in Denver, opposite side of the state. And we're going to look at potential Lauren Boebert opponent for the upcoming midterm election for that House seat. And let's get that video up on the screen. Shout out to Ryan Knight, proud socialist, for making me aware of this one.
I love when people are like,
you have a moderate policy, you lost my vote.
oh, what vote was that? Was that the vote you were going to give to some Bernie wannabe whose overkill policies are unpopular with 75% of voters, just so you can feel good about yourself until they lose the general election, at which point you'll point your finger and blame someone else? That vote? Oh, honey, your vote got lost a long time ago. Democrats need to wake up. Jesus, in order to legislate, we have to win. Go to walkerforcolorado.com and stop complaining. Woo!
So this is what Democrats' ideas of good voter outreach has been for these past 7 years. And you really think that anyone who has integrity and a spine is going to take that bullshit from Alex Walker, who, by the way, if you look at his website, he identifies himself as a queer, politically homeless moderate. And this is right in line with the Democratic brand. All they want to really do is check a identity checkbox while trying to push the same old bullshit that makes it to where these right-wing ghouls like Lauren Boebert, they get to stay in office. And it's because when you look at the demographic of Western Colorado, one that has used to be more liberal in the 90s. But guess what? The average Democrat, like Alex Walker, who, by the way, there's nothing politically homeless about a guy who speaks like that. That right there is firmly on brand with the Democratic Party, and that's right in line with their grift, which is to run the right wing Democrats who are relatively close to their opponent. We've seen this happen with Mitch McConnell when McGrath ran as a pro Trump Democrat. Jamie Harrison, he ran pretty close to Lindsey Graham's right. And it's the same type of uh, bullshit that you've been sold as to why the only Democrat who could ever win West Virginia is Joe Manchin. And this is all part of the big ass party grift that the Democrats run because we know more than likely that in that primary that's coming up in June, that a Democrat like him is most likely to win. And even though Western Colorado is not as receptive to populism as the Appalachians, if someone starts on that messaging, guess what? Those people, they're eventually going to have to be receptive to that, because when all you do is get the culture war bullshit going, guess what? Those people are only going to be further emboldened to make sure that they re-elect Lauren Boebert. But, however, if you decide, if a candidate were to break through and they decided not to go into that bullshit flame war, they may have a chance to have a better outcome that's not destined to give a easy victory to far right-wing ghouls like Lauren Boebert, the Marjorie Taylor Greene types. But this is the type of condescending outreach bullshit that is not going to get you anywhere with trying to convert any of those voters and turn any of them away from Lauren Boebert. I mean, come on. At least when Brooklyn Dad talks shit and calls the left fascist enablers when he's drunk, at least that shit's funny. When Alex Walker tries it, it's just flat out annoying and infuriating and makes my ears bleed.